No signal? Are you kidding me? We can put a man on the moon, but we can't get cable TV to work.
You know, ever since I switched to DirecTV, my service has been great. I get over 5,000 channels, and I can even stream live straight to Mr. Booker's class.
A broken TV remote and an unsatisfied consumer. What you're about to watch is not a reenactment, but an analysis. An analysis of an advertising campaign so heinous and so steeped in consumer culture, it can only happen in the Twilight Zone.
DirecTV's advertisements follow a whimsical downward spiral, and to the more perceptive viewer, it's really just a giant slippery slope fallacy. They typically start with a man sitting dejectedly in his living room on the couch, trying to deal with the woes of cable, and it all goes downhill from there. The progression of absurd events is a hyperbole of the time and effort wasted when trying to get cable TV to work, as well as a humorous way to inform potential customers about the merits of DirecTV. The problem here is that they give no concrete evidence that their service is any better. They simply rely on the universally poor experience with cable as their only source of a logical argument in their advertisement. The rest is simply an appeal to emotion.
When you pay too much for cable, you throw things. When you throw things, people think you have anger issues. When people think you have anger issues, your schedule clears up. When your schedule clears up, you grow a scraggly beard. When you grow a scraggly beard, you start taking in stray animals. And when you start taking in stray animals, you can't stop taking in stray animals. Stop taking in stray animals. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
It's important to understand for these commercials that the words aren't really important because they are, for the most part, a humorous attempt at distracting the viewers from the subconscious message communicated by the visuals. That being said, we will analyze primarily visuals. Our initial perspective is from the TV screen looking at the man on the couch. The TV represents cable and is in a position of power over the man, indicated by the TV covering half the screen in black. In an attempt to regain power, the man, who represents the customer, throws his remote, causing it to break. This scene as a whole is communicating that cable leaves its customers powerless and unable to control their lives, which seem to be falling apart, hence the remote breaking. Contrastingly, DirecTV allows the customer to be the master of his own domain, which appeals to the personal peace aspect of consumerism. A woman, presumably the man's wife or girlfriend, backs away from the man after the remote hits the wall, indicating that the man is beginning to lose his connection to society and his reputation as a normal participator in consumer culture has taken a blow. This scene plays upon the consumer's desire to be seen by others as affluent. Cable doesn't make you appear affluent, but DirecTV does. That's the message being communicated. This scene is a little bit more obvious than the others. The consumer is isolated in a bad way, as indicated by the lone man sitting in the center of the picture, waiting for the phone to ring. This is exacerbated when the camera zooms in and everything but the man in the shot is blurred. The effect is the idea that cable incapacitates consumers from participating in consumption. On the other hand, DirecTV enhances their ability to do so. In this scene, they present an unappealing, according to culture, appearing man, and the effect is that they create a connection between this image and cable TV. The corollary is also true that DirecTV is an appealing image. It makes you more appealing to the culture. The key to this scene is the replacement of material possessions with pet and pet-related products. This idea essentially means cable is followed by a loss of affluence. Furthermore, the shot is a parallel to the first shot in which cable is in a position of dominance. The man is still on the couch, but the animals replace the TV. He is now dominated by the loss of sanity and the loss of affluence rather than cable. Another issue with this scene is that it is a non sequitur. Typically, the beard follows taking in stray animals because what is being represented here, a hobo, or a vagabond, there's a correlation between the beard and the animals. You don't grow a beard and then take in animals. That's not how it works. There's no causation. Now let's talk about consumerist principles seen in the overall campaign.
We will begin our analysis of DirecTV and its overall advertising campaign by addressing the issue of its name. Now, DirecTV's name appeals to the consumer's desire to be connected to society, but on their own terms. It also appeals to the consumer's perceived need for instant gratification. This is communicated explicitly through the word direct and subtly through the omission of the second T in DirecTV, i.e., they are so direct they skip the T and the two words flow right into each other. Now, DirecTV believes its customers value speed, perhaps even to a fault, and for the most part they're right. They are invested in meeting their customers' desire for instant gratification, and it works pretty well. In relation to the target audience of DirecTV, it must first be pointed out that, quite obviously, the audience is going to have a television. That's what makes DirecTV DirecTV. You have to have a television in order to receive their service. So that's the most basic foundation of DirecTV and its audience. But it goes deeper than that. An important fact to note in relation to DirecTV and its target audience is the fact that DirecTV is not targeting those who currently use its service. They're reaching out to those who don't have DirecTV. Perhaps they have cable, maybe Dish, something other than DirecTV, some other television service. And this is important because it's going to greatly affect the way in which DirecTV attempts to convert them. And that's just it. DirecTV is not trying to strengthen their base, but they're trying to convert those who are using another service, and that is going to affect the way in which DirecTV uses consumeristic principles and uses logical arguments to convince those whom they're trying to reach, in this case, those who don't have DirecTV. In summary, there are several elements of consumer culture which DirecTV has employed in its advertising campaign. 1 is personal peace, 2, making a connection with society, 3, affluence, and 4, instant gratification. And DirecTV has used these elements of consumer culture to connect with their target audience, in this case, those who do not currently use DirecTV as their television service. And finally, we have also seen that DirecTV has used several logical fallacies in their advertisement campaign, some of which being slippery slope fallacy and non sequitur.
In a world where the only difference between cable and DirecTV is their marketing strategy, it doesn't really matter which one you choose. Stop and analyze next time you're in the Twilight Zone.